Hello, hello. Welcome in. Just trying to well, I think we're good. Just trying to make sure everything is set up correctly with the technology. Welcome in. I'm Tammy Master-Birdie, best-selling author of the books The Universe is Talking to You and The Higher Help Method. Stop trying to manifest and let the universe guide you. And I am here today. Well, I'm here every Thursday at noon Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram to talk to you guys specifically about how to tap into what I call the higher helpline of the universe. The higher helpline of the universe. I always forget to move this because it pushes me forward. There we go. So today, first of all, thank you for being here. And you'll see below, I have links to the Higher Help Method book in YouTube and Facebook, as well as Instagram. And also, I am teaching a class tonight. So before we get into today's topic, I am teaching a class tonight on meeting a guide, where I'm literally taking you through an exercise, a guided meditation visualization to meet a guide, to talk to the guide, find out what they're helping you with, get their name, get the sign that they are going to use with you to let you know they're around, and get specific advice from them. It is happening tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Yes, you get the replay. And yes, you can certainly still follow through and do everything on the replay. So if you're interested in that, it is happening tonight. Link is below in YouTube and Facebook, and also Instagram. You'll find it in my bio. Okay. Had to get that out now. And I can't wait for those of you who are joining me tonight. It's going to be so much fun. But I'm here today to chat with you all about specifically step 4, or part of step 4 in the higher help method. We're talking about manifestation and taking action versus allowing, meaning waiting to receive, allowing the universe to guide you, waiting for the next instructions, waiting for the next idea, waiting for the next sign, synchronicity to line up for you. Okay. So there is a dance, a delicate dance between taking action and allowing, but you need both pieces, right? It is so important when it comes to manifestation to master this balance. You can't just sit still and not take action, or you're not going to go anywhere, and then the universe can't continue to guide you, right? So you can't do that. That's not an option. And you can't just be constantly looking to take action and be all over the place, because then you're going to sort of waste your time and meander in. Not that, listen, I always say there's no wrong action, because the universe will redirect you, right? But the redirecting, if you're all over the place and trying to do 15,000 different things, you could be missing stuff, right? So there is a balance between taking action and allowing. And this is true in anything in your life, right? Whatever decision you're trying to make, a new job you're trying to get, a relationship you're trying to either fix or attract, something with your healing and health, anything to do with, creating more abundance. It doesn't matter what area of your life. And whether you're trying to create the change, whether you are in the process of the change and trying to make a decision about it, whether you are trying to find a specific solution to a challenge that is perplexing you and you can't figure it out, there is a balance between taking action and allowing. Now, how does that work? It works together, right? When we are stuck and we are not sure what to do, we are going to take action. And if we don't know any idea what action to take around that issue, the action we take is step number 2 in the higher help method. You're going to ask the universe for help. You are going to say a prayer. You are going to do a ritual. You are going to shift your energy. All of that is little actions that you're taking, right? But then you're going to take a step back and you're going to say, I've asked the universe for help. I'm managing my energy. I'm now waiting for my next inspiration. I am now waiting for the next thing to come to me to tell me or show me what to do, when to now take action, right? So you say the prayer, you ask for the help, you're shifting your energy, which is step 3. All of a sudden, an idea comes to you out of the blue that you hadn't thought of before. Oh my gosh. What if I asked so and so? What if I researched this? What if I tried this? What if, all of a sudden just something comes to you, right? Now, oh my God, something came to me out of the blue. This could be what I'm looking for. I'm going to do the research. I'm going to make the phone call. I'm going to look into this. That's taking action. Or you take the action and you ask, and then you sit back again and you say, okay, I'm not going to worry about this. I'm surrendering it to the universe and waiting for direction, right? Because this is a partnership, it's a co creation in your life. Okay, I'm going to wait. All of a sudden, you overhear the conversation. A friend comes to you and says, hey, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, that's exactly what I've been waiting for, right? Now you take action. Oh, yes, let's do that. Oh, so and so, I overheard your conversation. Can I just ask you X, Y, and Z? Or you overhear the conversation and then you go and Google whatever you overheard, or you go and look into whatever that answer is, or you hear the name of the same book 3, 4, 5 times. You buy the book. That's the taking action, right? So it is a dance between taking action. And then when you take the action, you buy the book, you make the phone call, you do the research and come up with an answer, okay? You take that step and then you wait and you allow and you let things to flow and you let things unfold. Then something else comes in. The universe drops the next breadcrumb. The universe lights up the path for the next step. Oh, let me look into this now. Let me take that action. I'm going to do that. And then let's see what happens, right? That's the dance. But you always start using the higher help method. You always start by taking action in asking the universe for help, in surrendering your worries about it, in asking for the direction, in doing the gratitude, in shifting your energy. That's so you always start with the action, right? That is your action. I don't know what to do. You don't have to start with, Tammy, I'm trying to find, my next soulmate, or I'm trying to find another job, but I have no idea what career that I even want, or I have no idea where to start. You don't have to take action and say, okay, well, now I'm going to do this or now I'm going to do that if you have no idea, right? Because that's going to bring you into stress. Think about this. If you are trying to figure something out, whatever it might be, and you have racked your brain and you have talked to people and you have discussed things with friends and all of this stuff, and you're still just, I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed out about this. That's your cue that you got to get back into allowing. That's your cue that you need to turn it over to the universe, because now you're stressed. You're not going to figure anything out in stress. You cannot take inspired action from a stressful place, right? So as soon as the stress enters into the picture, oh, now my next action is to surrender this to the universe. My next action. Now, so let's say you've already said the prayer and you're asking for help, but it pops back into your mind again and you're getting stressed. What is the next best action? The next best action is, I'm surrendering this back to the universe. Universe, I don't know why I gave this to you, and for some reason I decided to pick it back up again. For some reason I decided to try and solve this myself again. I don't know why. I'm surrendering it back over to you. I'm handing all of my worries over to you. You can even list out all the worries. I'm handing it back over to you and waiting for your direction. Back into allowing. This is the dance. So when you absolutely have no idea what to do next, when you are in stress to try and find a solution, when you are in a state of anything other than contentment, excited, looking forward to, the action is I'm going to ask for help. If I've already asked for help, I'm surrendering my stress and worry, and I'm going back into allowing. That's where you start. So it always starts with the action of asking for help, and then you move into that allowing until the next idea pops into your head. A person comes to you with the solution. You get the email, you see the postcard, you overhear the conversation, you keep hearing the name of something over and over again, like a doctor or a book or whatever. Then you know, oh my gosh, I got this idea that came out of nowhere. I heard this conversation out of the blue. I can't believe my friend called me and has had something that would help me move forward. That's your clue to take action. That's your clue to buy the book, call the doctor, look into it, do the research, start moving forward on it. That's your clue to take action. You then take action until you get to a point where you're like, I don't know what else to do now. I kind of have to wait to hear back from the doctor, or I have to wait to hear back on the job, or I have to wait to see what comes next. You move back into allowing, and you're continuing to ask the universe for help, right? That action is always happening. You're continuing to say to the universe, I'm throwing this over to you because I'm stressed. I'm asking you for guidance. I'm asking you for help. You're going to do a ritual. That's all action, right? That's all things that you can control and that you can do. But when you get to a point where I don't know what next step to take, I'm not sure which decision to make, and you start going into that stress, and you've taken all the action you can take, your only thing is to sit back and wait for the next idea to come to you, for something to be presented to you, for you to overhear something, and then you take the next action again. And if at any point in that allowing piece, if you were in that allowing zone, and at any point you get stressed, you start thinking about it again. Why can't I just make a decision? Why can't I just figure out what to do? Why is this taking so long? You surrender your worries. You stop and say, I did it again, universe. I did it again. I gave it over to you, and I decided to try and do it myself again. I don't know why I keep doing this. And then you also call in Archangel Jophiel to help you shift your mindset. So there's a dance, right, between the action and the allowing, but both are so key to the process. Because if you just sit in that allowing stage and you just wait and you just say, I'm just going to wait, and see what happens. Okay, hold on, because I'm going to get to, I answered your question. Oh my God, that's so good. So somebody asked a question on Instagram, then she goes, you just answered my question. You see that? The universe knows that I'm going to answer it without me even knowing I'm going to answer it. If you just sit there and you do nothing, okay, you're not going to move forward. Action is needed in order for you to move forward. If you hear the name of a book 5 times and you still haven't bought the book, what the universe is like, what the heck? How many times do I have to send you the name of this book? If you overhear a conversation and something gives you an idea that could move you forward, and you don't go home and look at the research or see what you can figure out or pursue it, you're not going to move forward. If you overhear something or someone brings you a perfect opportunity and says, hey, I know you were looking for a job in X, Y, and Z, and I found out about this and blah, 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 blah. And you say, well, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait because I don't want to make the wrong decision. So let me just, thanks so much for this, but I'm just not ready. You're not going to move forward, right? And knowing that if you do take action, I know this is so hard for people to grasp, because it's hard for me too sometimes. When you're making a decision, you're like, I don't want to make the wrong decision. I don't want to head in the wrong direction when maybe path A would have been the right way and I chose path B, and now, this is not working out for me, right? It doesn't matter, because the universe will redirect you. There have been times, even in my business, where I have tried to decide who I want to hire for something. Okay, this has come up recently. Who I want to hire for something. And I have my choice between different things, and I decide to go with this person, and then it doesn't work out. The universe will show you very quickly this is not the way to go. And then present you with the perfect solution and you go, oh no, now I know I probably shouldn't have done this. I should have done this, right? No harm, no foul. There's been times that I have done that so many times in my life and it still works out for me. It still works out in my favor. Even if I've hired somebody I shouldn't have hired, even if I've made a choice I shouldn't have made, somehow, magically, it still works out for me. Now, has it prolonged maybe the process? Possibly, but maybe that's meant to be. Maybe I was supposed to prolong a process. We don't know divine timing. We don't understand the whole situation, right? So even if you take a wrong action and you go the wrong way, even if you accept the job and then you decide it's not for you, something else will come up for you to leave that job and go to it. As long as you are working with the universe, as long as you are open to the signs and synchronicities that are coming, right? So even if you take that action, I promise you the universe will redirect you. The universe will say, let's try and get her over here or him over here, because this would have been a little bit better. So let's just divert and then we'll go that way. Okay. So never be afraid to take the action. And I know it's hard because I am a Virgo. I am an analyzer. As intuitive as I am and as open as I am, I cannot shut down the left brain of who I am. And I will question things and I will try and figure things out. And I will try to reassure myself that I have to wait because what if this isn't the right thing? And I always remind myself, Tammy, take the action. You'll be redirected if you have to be. That's what I want you to remind yourself, right? So again, it's taking action and then it's moving into the allowing. It's taking action and it's moving into the allowing. And in that allowing point, we are surrendering our worries so that we are not getting, then we are not finding ourselves sucked into the stress of the worry and trying to figure things out. Because when you're sucked back into that stress of the worry and trying to figure things out, you're blocking the signs, you're blocking the solutions, you're slowing down the process, and you're making yourself miserable, right? So that's where the surrender the worries comes in. And I always tell people, I don't care if you have to do it 15, 20 times a day when it comes back into your head. And you have to say to the universe, I did it again. I gave it to you and I took it back. I'm giving it back to you. I'm giving it back to you because I know that I've taken all the actions that I can take. And now I'm waiting for direction. Now I'm waiting for an idea. Now I'm waiting for the conversation to overhear. I'm waiting for something to flow in into my life, into my awareness, into my consciousness to help me figure out where to go next. And the more that you work with the universe this way, the easier it is to work with the universe this way because you get proof. You get certainty. You start seeing, oh my gosh, look, this did work this time. So if it worked that time, I'm going to try it again this time. Oh, look, my gosh, it worked out this time. Okay, now I'm going to keep doing this because this is working, right? That's literally how I created the method, was trying it myself, seeing that it was working and having to remind myself over and over. Like literally I had gone through times where I was in the thick of the stress before I said to myself, Tammy, what are you doing? Why are you sucking yourself into this zone of trying to figure it out by yourself? What are you doing? And then as soon as I shift myself out of that and I followed this process, oh my God, everything was so much easier. And sometimes I don't understand it. Sometimes I don't understand why things are delayed. I don't understand why I want this now and it has to be, a year from now or whatever it might be. I don't know. I don't get it at the time, but I almost always get it eventually. I go, oh God, thank God that didn't happen when I wanted it to happen. That would have been a nightmare, or I would have never been in the place I am now to succeed in the way that I'm succeeding now. Thank goodness this was delayed, right? It's always in the looking back, which is what I talk about in The Universe is Talking to You, when I try to teach you sort of to trust that the universe has always got your back and the universe is always guiding you. And I tell you sometimes most of the time we have to look back to understand why things are playing out in the timing that it's playing out or the way that it's playing out. But the more that you work with it, the more you will trust it. The more that you follow it, the more you're going to go, oh, okay. And the more that you're going to be like me and you're going to say to yourself, what am I doing? Why am I stressing myself out? Why am I getting stuck in the crap? I have to stop this. I'm going to turn it over. And as soon as you start turning it over, it's like a weight gets lifted off your shoulders and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm not in this alone anymore. I don't have to figure this all out by myself. I can ask for guidance. I can ask for help to make this process easier. That is in my highest good and the highest good of all involved. The universe knows more than I do." Doesn't that just feel better? And now you wait and you're in the allowing. And then you get excited because an idea comes or something comes to you, and now you can take action on that. And then you go, oh my gosh, I took the action. I'm moving forward. Oh, wait, here's the other breadcrumb. Here's the other thing. Now I can do that. It becomes this magical place to operate from, if that makes sense. I just want to make sure I'm not missing. Oh, VL Angels is saying on Instagram, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss comments on Instagram. Do you think it's because the universe has no concept of time there? For sometimes it's a long process for us. Oh, yeah, there is no time, space, anything over there, right? That's why they say it's like instant manifestation over there. It's like you think of something and you have it, right? Like there's no time or space whatsoever on the other side. The other thing is there is time and space here, right? So in order for events to play out here, the universe has to help us within the constructs of time, because that is where we are living in this physical world. We're living in the constructs of time. So I always say when you want to create something and you ask the universe to partner with you, whether it's a job, a relationship, whatever, we are bound by the constructs of time. And so it takes time for the universe to move those puzzle pieces together to help us to get to where we want to get to, because we live in that world. So it is very different over there. The other thing is they can see, when I say they, I mean the universe as an energy itself, our angels, our guides, loved ones who have passed on, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, saints, all the higher helpers. They can see your road. They know this is what she planned to do or he planned to do when they came into this world. Here are the people that they're contracted with to meet, right, at certain times. So the universe, all knowing, and all of our higher helpers have access to that. We don't. We did it. I believe we planned it before we came here, but we certainly don't remember it. So we are bound by the constructs of time, and that's why it does take time, especially when it involves other people, because everybody's on their own timeline, right? I always say that when I met my husband, when I did the ritual to manifest my husband, which is in the Higher Help Method book under the relationship chapter, it was, I think, 8 months or so before I met him. And at that time, he was still in a relationship. He was still married. And I think, looking back now after what we talked about, I want to say maybe it was like a month or 2 after my ritual that he separated and then eventually got divorced by the time we met. So timing, right? Human beings. There could be a job that that is the perfect job for you, but the person in that job is not leaving for 6 months. Timing, right? So that's where the whole time construct comes in. And that's where that allowing and that trusting comes in. And that's also where I give you the tools in the Higher Help Method for when you do get stressed out and stuck and lose faith, right? There's the surrender your worries. There's the asking for a sign of reassurance from the universe so that hey, am I still on track here? Are you still guiding me? Or, is something aloof? And getting that sign of like, nope, keep going, can help us move forward when we are frustrated by timing, if that makes sense. Okay, I want to see. Thank you for liking the video. Those of you, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, please like the video. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're enjoying what I'm saying and that you resonate with what I am saying. It makes a difference to me. Okay. let me go back to questions and comments. Anybody has questions and comments, feel free to type them in wherever you may be, whether you're on Instagram, whether you are joining me on YouTube or Facebook. We have a whole group. So let me see what is going on. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to click show. Michelle Selman says, I am so thrilled to attend your offering. I learned about you from your Sounds True interview. Oh, I loved my interview with Tammy Simon. That was so much fun. And just connect with your vibe and authenticity and all you shared, bought your books. Oh, yay. Oh, wait, there's another, you followed it. Shared your information with others. Thank you for your work. My mom passed and I've been called to strengthen my spiritual practice. Amazing. Amazing. That's exactly what happened to me. My mom passed and it sent me on this huge path. And so none of that happens by accident either. Trust me, I would not be where I am today in the situation that I'm in now, writing the way I'm writing, talking about the things I'm talking about, had my mother not passed when I was 22 years old suddenly. So, hi, Mary. Mary's coming tonight to the guides class. Yay. I can't wait. Ruth is coming tonight to the guides class. That link is in YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can join me tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Replay is included if you can't make it live. Mark says, yes, it's a delicate dance, Mark. A delicate dance between allowing and taking action. Okay, let's see. Oh, absolute faith without work is dead. Yeah, no, there has to be the dance. There has to be, I have faith and trust, and now I'm going to take action. You can't just sit back and do nothing, because that's not a partnership, right? That's one-sided. And we can't, we are in charge of our manifest. We have control over our manifestations, you know, to a high degree. It's just easier when we ask the universe for help. Jackie's excited about tonight's class. I can't wait. I've taught this class, you know, a number of times. I even did it once in person, where I brought people through, and my husband did this where he met a guide. I think I talked about that last weekly Spirit Boost, and it was just so much fun. It's always so much fun to hear other people's experiences, but it was so cool for him, who like hears me talk about my guides all the time, to finally go through the process. So, yes, Mary, in stress mode, nothing can get in, because you are so sucked into that. Your conscious mind is so sucked into the stress and trying to figure things out, and trying to manifest. No good. We need the allowing. Hold on. Okay, Victoria says, just out of curiosity, when you were looking for a new partner, did you go on a dating service or just turn it over and wait? So I did a little bit of everything. I actually, when I finally decided, like, hey, I should probably put some effort into this, right? I did the ritual and turned it over. Okay, so I did the ritual and I turned it over and I waited, like I say. And then inspiration came to me, ideas came to me. I think it was my sister came to me and said, hey, I heard about this dating coach that helps you put your stuff. Oh, I just flung my clip. That helps you put your stuff online for the sites and then coaches you through it. And I feel like this would be really good for you, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm like, all right, well, let me think about it, you know, And then finally I said, okay, I'm going to do it. This was months after I did the ritual and was really, asking the universe for help. And then what happened was I hired the dating coach, right? I took action. Now this is showing the universe, no, she's serious about this now. She's really ready, right? Hired the dating coach, she put me on some online sites. We got photos done, all this stuff. And then I wound up meeting my husband literally after I hired her and started going out on dates with people. Or I'm sorry, it was right before I even started going out on dates with people. My friend suddenly texted me, who had been working at this company for about a year, by the way, my aunt got her the job. So connections everywhere. But anyway, my friend texted me out of the blue after I had started with this dating coach and said, oh, hey, I was talking to this guy I work with, and he has a friend who's single. And, I just think you should meet him. Can I send you a picture? And they did the same thing to him, and we got each other's picture. And of course, the Virgo that I am, I was like, well, let me think about it. I don't know. And then like I took a weekend and then finally was like, all right, give him my number. And then I wound up meeting up with him. We went out to dinner. Meanwhile, I'm signed up with this dating coach, right? For I think it was like 3 months or something. I don't even know. And she's making me go out on dates with other people, right? And I'm like, no, I really like this guy that I met outside of you. And finally, I just said to her, listen, like, I just like this guy. Take me off of all this stuff. I don't need it. So in a way, I didn't even need to do it. That's just how it worked out for me. But I know that taking that action and hiring that coach and getting myself into that mindset and showing that I'm going to follow everything that I need to follow opened it up. And then suddenly, after working for this company for a year, my friend who has been friends with this guy, they were at a work party. I don't know how they started talking about it. And suddenly I was introduced to my husband. So that's sort of how it worked for me. But again, I did take action when the idea came to me to hire this person. And then she was very, very amazing. I still worked with her for 3 months, and we just spoke about, the process of me dating my husband and whatever. And it still worked out really well. It wasn't useless. I just didn't have to use any of the online stuff because I had already met somebody, which is great because I hated the online dating. Not that, I know a lot of people meet people that way, but for me, it was just not helpful. So anyway, I hope that helps you. That is my story. Okay, let me see. Oh, Sam, you said it's 13:33 there. I love that. Tessie's coming tonight. Yay! Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I know some of you have already taken this class with me, and so you just take it every year and you meet new guides and it's fun. Okay, let's see. Kathy says, thank you. Sending so many spiritual messages I need to hear at this point in my life. Amazing. Yes. Oh, VH is coming to class tonight. I think that's Vanessa. Yay. Hold on. Oh, Michelle said she never had the experience of hearing from her guide and she's attending later tonight. Michelle, I can't wait. I cannot wait for you to take the class. It is going to be so much fun. And then you're going to own it. So you'll be able to go back and do it again. That's the cool part about it. Yeah, Sam's saying 11. So there must be 11 people on Facebook, Sam. I have like over 70 people watching, but I'm on YouTube too. So it's hard. It's hard to see. YouTube, I get the majority of my people from. Nancy's coming tonight. Yay. Oh my gosh, I can't wait, you guys. It's going to be so much fun. So really the whole higher help method that I teach you is how you start, right? And then it's sort of, how can I take this deeper? I want you to create a relationship with the universe, a partnership with the universe. I want you to realize you are not meant to do anything in this life alone. You're not meant to walk through the life alone. You're not meant to figure things out alone. You're not meant to make decisions alone. You're not meant to manifest alone, nothing. And so my 2 books are really about you understanding how the universe talks to you and how you can talk to the universe. And then taking it up a notch is where I get into the guides and knowing who they are and automatic writing that I teach and all of that. It sort of takes it up a notch and takes it to another level. And that's what we're going to be doing tonight with meeting your guide. And it just was so fascinating to me when I started meeting them. And I went years not knowing who they are and just calling in collectives, right? And just trying to speak with them as a group. But then when I started knowing who they were and what they were helping me with and who I could go to for specific issues and ask for help and know what signs they were using. So now when I get a sign that connects to a certain guide, I know that's who's around me. Like, it just takes it to a whole other level. It takes it to a whole other level. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. But I wanted to come on here to also talk about that taking action versus allowing, because I think people get stuck on that sometimes. And it really is simple. Hopefully I helped break it down for you to understand sort of which way to go and how both pieces are super important to move forward. You need to master both pieces, but it really is easier than you think once you start sort of understanding how it works. So I just want to make sure I'm not missing any other comments. Petra, she's coming tonight and have both my books. Thank you so much. I'm working, for those of you who are in New York, I'm trying to work on a group event with other authors. So stay tuned for that also coming up before the end of the year. And hopefully I can meet some of you and sign your books and all of that. That's going to be so much fun. Oh, Michelle, thank you. I love you guys too. I really do. I love working with you guys. I love talking to you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. I love sharing stuff with you guys. And I love hearing all of your experiences and how this is working for you and what you're creating and the signs you're getting. I was just answering Instagram direct messages earlier this morning about people who are like, you're never going to believe what happened. I did your assign a sign and here's what happened. And it's like, oh my God, it's the coolest thing for me. And it gives me great information to share with other people about how, here's how signs have come in for other people. So I just love hearing from all of you and I never tire of it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for hitting the like button on everything to help sort of spread the word and get it out there and let people know that you like what I have to say and that I'm helping you in some way. Those of you who are attending tonight, I will see you at 6 p.m. Eastern. If you're going to be on the replay and you can't make it live tonight, that will be available tomorrow. And then I always say, if you have a question, you can email support at Elevated Existence, and then Mary Jane gets it to me and I can answer you. So if you're doing the replay and you're like, wait a minute, I have a question, you can still find your way to me. So other than that, I will be back here next Thursday at noon Eastern. Once again, July is going to be so much fun. I teach my annual pendulum class. So if you want to learn how to use a pendulum the way that I use a pendulum, which is really unique, I think, in certain ways, that is coming up in July. I actually give away pendulums to the first 50 or so people that join that class. So that's coming up. And I have a special guest coming up on Weekly Spirit Boost in July. So stay tuned for all of that. I will be back here next Thursday at noon Eastern to be with all of you, to share something else, to share more insight, answer your questions, hang out with you. Until then, we are always moving into a weekend. That's why I love my weekly Spirit Boost. I know the next day is Friday. And so we're moving into a weekend. And what does that mean for you? That means you're going to do something for yourself that brings you joy, that boosts your energy, that makes you feel good, that raises your vibe, that gives you something to look forward to. I don't care how big or small. I don't care if it's getting a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts, if it's, reading a book, gardening, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. You're going to watching that show on Netflix. When my husband and I are into a show, we're like, I can't wait at night for us to sit down and watch it together. Whatever brings you joy, you're going to do something this weekend just for you to boost your vibes, to open yourself up, to feel good on your journey, and because you deserve it. So I will see you all back here next week. Until then, do something that brings you joy, and I will see you then. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I'll see those of you in class tonight. Bye, Instagram.